healing spiritually through positive energy. A lot of people today are turning to alternative medicines to treat ailments, illnesses, and diseases. Besides this, there are also alternative therapies that can also address medical problems successfully. One of these is spiritual healing. Though only just becoming popular, it has been around for a long time and used in many ancient cultures. Basically, spiritual healing is a method where an individual creates positive energy within themselves. What's behind it? It is believed that every individual is capable of tapping into their own personal positive energy for healing purposes. This is done spiritually through meditation. Spiritual healing looks upon a health problem as interconnected to the body, mind and spirit. If one part is causing the problem, all the other parts must be addressed too, because of their close connection in producing the problem in the first place. It is believed that most medical problems start with the state of the mind, and these manifests into other symptoms that become evident in a physical form. Therefore, the primary goal is to restore the balance in the entire body system as a way to complete the process of spiritual healing. This form of treatment is becoming very popular indeed, as it promises a better alternative to invasive medical procedures. There is also a hunger that most people seem to experience in their lives, and spirituality is one way on filling the void. Learn how to forgive. To develop the positive energy within oneself, supplementary to meditation is learning to forgive. Holding a grudge is both mentally and physically unhealthy. In order to preserve both the mental and physical health of an individual, all efforts must be made to address the issue of forgiveness. Depending on the hurt inflicted, the expectancy of forgiveness may indeed be difficult but not impossible. This is indeed good news for those struggling with letting go and forgiving. Perhaps the first step would be the ability to forgive oneself of all wrongdoing, whether justified or not. In being able to forgive oneself, then the person is ready and open to broach the subject of forgiving the offending party. Most experts insist that the sooner the individual practices forgiveness and lets go of the problem, the sooner the healing process can begin. This also has an impact on the health of the individual bearing the grudge. The chemical changes that occur in the body are not healthy and really quite negative. Thus, the urgency to reinstate the balance within the body by forgiving quickly. The point to bear in mind is that the mistake cannot be undone, and therefore it is in the past, while the future does not have to live with the reminder of the mistake if forgiveness is practiced. Learning to forgive also reminds the person to avoid making the same mistake that leads to the cause of the pain. It gives the individual the presence of mind to walk away before any damage is done, because now the individual has the strength and wisdom to do so. Not forgiving keeps the individual trapped and constantly being reminded of the painful memories of the past. Practice in forgiveness opens the door to a new way of thinking. Learn how to live in a state of love. Life would be wonderful if everyone learned to live by one rule only, and that rule being love. Love everything and everyone no matter what. Simple in its essence but extremely hard to put to practice in reality. If everyone can learn to exchange a life of fear and pain for a life of love, many good things can be achieved. Being kinder. Most people look to the afterlife as being the perfect place on existence and try to work towards being able to attain the promise of this goal. However, it has been proven that happiness can be found and kept consistent in this life too. To get to this desired state to comfort, one must be able to consciously change any negative mindset with the specific intentions of living in self-love, self-trust, and total peace. All this takes considerable practice in facing the negative and making the effort to change the less than happy situation into a more acceptable level of joy. Some basic points to note while on the quest to live in a state of love are as follows. Live for the now. Learn to enjoy each moment as if it was the last moment to have. This enables the individual to slow down and actually appreciate those around and be less critical as time is short. Value the important things in life. Love those around consciously and with abandon and not withhold anything. Taking comfort in the divine power from within that is love, and thus the ability to love unconditionally is possible. Keep the mind centered and focused to always be mindful of any negative elements that might creep into the thought process. Having loving thoughts and imaginations. Listening to calm and soothing music always unleashes the love from within, which can identify with the beauty of sound. In listening to the inner voice and trusting it completely allows the individual to be less stressed and more relaxed and able to attract and reflect on life. These are some of the methods to develop positive energy within oneself. Wait for more methods in my next video, Self-Healing Part 2. In the meantime, like, subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified as soon as more videos are released, which will help you to grow your spiritual path.